Prediction markets are shaping up to be one of the hottest narratives to close out 2025. We're seeing regulatory clarity regarding poly market, and there's so many different marketplaces out there that you can literally nearly make free money by just simply utilizing some of these platforms, especially the ones that have upcoming token launches. So in this video, I'm going to go over prediction markets, the ones I would be diving into to potentially earn yourself a free airdrop in the future, and the things I see have major upside given now the fact that we have regulatory clarity regarding the prediction market narrative. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Before we get started, as always, guys, be sure if you're enjoying the content on the channel, drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on In the Game. We have you covered from all the alpha that you need to win throughout this cycle. As well, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have Nexus Labs, the product we use every single day here on the channel. We also have Blowfin, a premier centralized exchange, and 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, the derivatives exchange from CoinW. You can check out all of them down below in the description, all of which either offer discounts or sign-up bonuses if you do get involved in the description down below. Let's go ahead and just jump right into the show today, guys, as I do want to just make this one quick, and I want to really cover the prediction markets at this point in time. We've seen a massive springboard in the popularity of prediction markets over the last couple of weeks, and just looking at the market right now with a little bit of strength across the board, you know, seeing new all-time highs on Hyperliquid and different tokens, it does seem like a good time to be picking through some narratives that are gaining a lot of traction. And right now, I just feel like still prediction markets aren't all over the timeline. People aren't raving about them everywhere you go. And at the same time, there are a lot of quality products out there that have token launches coming in the future that you can add up some accumulation and XP or points towards a future airdrop and literally earn free money. And when I'm talking about prediction markets, stuff like poly market, right? Breaking, the CFTC has officially approved poly market to operate its crypto prediction platform in the US. Now, this was big regulatory clarity for other ones out there in the market, like 𝗕𝗏, for example, which is doing all-time high volume every single day, nearly doubling its volume since last week. 𝗕𝗏 is another US-based, all 50 states legal, politics, sports, entertainment, crypto, weather, you name it, you can predict it on these marketplaces. But the one thing you might be asking yourself is, are these inherently casinos? They technically are not casinos because you are trading peer-to-peer. It's all liquidity based. So if I was to think that something was going to happen in entertainment, a movie star is going to win the Oscar, right? If I put up $100, I'm not betting against the house. I'm waiting for another person to bet $100 against me. So all of these things are peer-to-peer, making it a lot healthier and not this environment where, oh, the house always wins. You're betting against other people on these markets, and you can see the opportunity for growth in this sector. So we see poly market controlling the TVL. We also see stuff like Gnosis Protocol, Double Up, Etherflip, Seer, which is a popular one, Overtime, Just Bet, which is formerly actually the Winner protocol. But a notable one on this list is actually football.fun. Now, this is a protocol that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and we got in very early, about $14 million market cap. It ran up to $150 million market cap. There's still $5 million locked in this platform, and annualized, they could be doing up to $38 million in fees. And inherently speaking, this is also a predictions market. So this was kind of one of the prefaces and early stages of prediction markets really thriving in crypto. And you might be asking also, you know, is this narrative going to actually catch fire? We're seeing it across the board. Prediction markets have a huge opportunity to disrupt sports books because there's no geo blocking. All states can participate, live odds, no instant cash outs, deep liquidity, and no limits. So a lot of the problems with these centralized sports books or, you know, traditional markets is they will limit your account if you win, where that doesn't happen here because you are just purely trading peer-to-peer on these different platforms. So like I mentioned, I am not telling you to go gamble on these platforms. It's actually inverse. There's so much money to be made by simply utilizing some of these platforms, giving some activities to some of these platforms, just trying it out. But also sign-up bonuses are massive. Just like exchanges, these prediction markets want to win over your business. So a lot of them, if you sign up, will actually give you some bonuses whenever you get involved. So at first, I'm going to start with a couple of tokens in the market right now that could have some upside in this niche. But more so, I'm going to give you 3 products that haven't launched yet that I think if you get involved with, A, they're going to definitely all 3 have tokens coming up, and B, there's a lot of opportunities to make money even when the tokens actually go live. So let's jump into it. There's a lot of different products out there. Pubhouse is a popular one. Poll.fund, PredictBase we're going to talk about here in just a second. We see stuff like Fraction AI. Sire is a popular one. It's a sports prediction hedge fund, for example. And then Ask Billy Bets. Billy is the one token in the market right now that I would say I am most bullish on at this point, sitting at about a $7 million market cap. This is on the Base chain. This launched with Virtual's protocol, one of the leading AI protocols in the Base ecosystem. This is basically like a sports betting AI agent that gives picks. And as you can see here yesterday, payout $1,838 on, they had the Minnesota Vikings to win the game last night. So, Minnesota did end up winning here. They had the Bengals beating the Browns. So you can see the transparency throughout, and this is not going to go 100%. These types of AI agents, it doesn't mean they're wizards, but at the same time, this has been a very profitable product for a lot of people that have gotten involved. So this is one of the tokens, one of the very few in the market right now that I would actually be bullish on. So I do like Billy Bets at this point in time at a $7 million market cap, more of a long shot. But I think the bigger opportunity here for prediction markets is getting out in front of the ones that haven't particularly launched yet, or that their launch is on the horizon and you can make easy low-hanging fruit money from. Number 1 is in the abstract ecosystem. This is called Myriad. So as you see here, this is in the abstract portal. It's officially endorsed and partnered with Abstract. All of your activity, first and foremost, that you participate in here on Myriad actually accrues abstract XP. So you can double up here. You can get a potential Myriad airdrop in the future, but you can also rack up XP towards your abstract airdrop. So you're double dipping here. You can predict anything from the Super Bowl to presidential outcomes to meme coin market caps and more. And as you can see here, there are so many markets. Bitcoin's next hit, will it moon to 125K or dip to 105K? Will a Pingu ETF be approved before October? Will Donald Trump visit China in 2025? Eagles versus Chiefs, who wins, right? There's so many different markets here, no matter your interest. You can see on the side, crypto, sports, politics, economy, gaming, culture, tech, for example. So all of these platforms offer different offerings. And right now, as you can see here, you can earn different points in this ecosystem. So I've just connected one of my wallets here. We'll go towards a future Myriad airdrop. As you can see on the side, the leaderboard, those types of things, I think that is all leading into a potential token in the future. And like I said, this will double dip for you and earn XP towards an abstract airdrop. Number 2, a token that actually is launching this week is 𝗵𝗆𝗃 AI. So 𝗵𝗆𝗃 AI has been doing a revenue share based off of their AI's picks. And if you go to their website, you can actually find the pick history here. And we'll pull this up. You can see here for the week of September 12th, $20,000 in profit. And 40% of this is going to a revenue share, 20% is going to buybacks, and 40% to pool expansion. So over the course of its timeline right now, there's going to be a big lifetime revenue share so long as this is profitable. Their overall record at 694 and 398, hit rate at 63%, and the lifetime pool profits are at $16,000. You can see the different picks that they've made. The wins definitely are far outweighing the losses. So like I said, their token I think launches tomorrow, and their big deal here on the token is you can come through, and as long as you hold any given tokens in this ecosystem, you actually will get revenue share. So holders in both of these tiers, the 𝗵𝗆𝗃 Rookie and MVP tiers will get revenue share for the proportion of tokens that they hold. So this is a passive play in a way, and you don't have to actively participate within this ecosystem, but literally you can jump in, hold some of the tokens, and get revenue share distributed to you every single week, as you can see here, based on their picks history, which this week, 20K is not too bad. Week of September 12th. So whenever September 12th hits, I assume that distribution, as you can see here, is on September 12th. So that is when I have my eye on, and I might just pick up a small bag whenever this launches, just to be able to have a part of that revenue share and just see how lucrative that could potentially be. And if these predictions markets scare you, this is the part of the video that if you inherently don't enjoy predictions markets, or you've never really been into things like sports betting or anything like that, but you've always heard the term, the house always wins, right? And we're not talking about launching pump funds here, right? This is actually a way to launch something on a predictions market and potentially be incentivized if it becomes popular. And I am talking about PredictBase. So PredictBase is a prediction market platform also on Base. Base has really got the leaders in the market right now because it's fast, it's cheap to use. So they've really cornered the market right now on these different AI prediction markets models. But you can come over here to predictbase.app and you can see all these different offerings similar to others, right? You can see the amount of total volume every single day, anywhere between 20K to 100K, the total bet volume here. So over the last 14 days, over the last month, for example. So this is a relatively new platform, but you don't really have to even predict on this platform. One thing that you can do is jump in here and create a market. And like I said, this is not creating a pump fund. Like this is completely different from that, okay? Create, predict, earn. So you can create a prediction market. Will ETH reach 10K in 2026? As the example says there, NBA Game 6, Celtics versus Knicks, right? I went in and made one, for example. And I don't care if you go put volume into it, doesn't matter. It's just an example. So as you can see here, I live in Miami, and the Miami Dolphins are absolutely terrible, right? So I said, will the Miami Dolphins trade Tyreek Hill by November 1st, 2025? Yes or no? And you can use AI, so they crafted that the market resolves to yes if they trade wide receiver Tyreek Hill to another team on or before November 1st. Official announcements from the Miami Dolphins or the NFL will be used to determine the outcome. But what you can do here is if this was to gain traction, you can earn 1% of the total volume on this market. Pretty crazy. It is a very lucrative opportunity if you actually created a market that people really dove into. And if we go back to the homepage here, you can see PredictBase markets. You can see on the bottom right here, people are actively creating markets every few hours. The last one was created by me, the Miami Dolphins one. And please don't go put money into it. I'm just literally showing you for examples purposes. So if you want to, get involved on the sports side, you can get involved with something like Billy Bets or something like PolyPix for potential passive revenue off of these prediction markets. If you want future airdrops, you could go in with Myriad and just play around, place some small volume. You'll earn XP on Abstract as well as earning XP on PolyPix. And last but not least, maybe you want to be the market maker, so to speak. You can come in here and create your own predictions on PredictBase. So look, this is not just jumping into these platforms and throwing money at random props or predictions, okay? I think there's so much opportunity here for growth in this sector, and maybe getting involved with a couple of early ventures, something like a PolyPix or a Myriad or a Billy, for example. Or if you think that you have a creative mind and you can create some prediction markets that people are going to care about, you can utilize PredictBase and potentially even get paid if that volume does come through the market that you create. And the beauty is, you can't rug pull a predictions market. So it's no brainer. If you think you have a creative mind and you could be the house in this circumstance in a way and create a market that people flock to, you could literally make money on that. So you can make money by participating and putting money into these platforms. You can make money by just throwing a couple dollars in, earning abstract XP, or you can create your own prediction models. And if they grow in popularity, you can make money. So there's a lot of ways to get involved in this sector. And over the next coming months, I'm actually going to start dedicating maybe a video per week on predictions markets, because they are just like day trading markets, okay? You can find opportunities on multiple different markets, and you can actually arbitrage them, guarantee risk-free profit, which sounds insane, but there are markets and they're fluid, just like anything else. And one thing might have something price difference on an odds perspective, and you can double dip and you can guarantee a risk-free win by betting the arbitrage in the middle on the mispricing, just like day trading, right? So there's a lot of opportunities here. And if this interests any of you guys on the predictions model side of crypto, let me know in the comment section down below. Do any of these projects, pique your interest? Are you involved with any of them? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. And what are your thoughts on the future of peer-to-peer prediction markets? So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, trade responsibly, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.